Well, today we've got an interesting project, and I've got an interesting approach to it. This here is my John Deere LA130. It's a riding lawnmower that I've had for over 10 years, and I bought it used at an auction, and it was not in good shape when I got it. It has served me faithfully. Yes, it breaks down every now and then, and yes, I have to fix it, but a new problem came up. The fuel tank's cracked. And I'll bring you in here and show you that. So I can't load it up with fuel because it just leaks out all over the stuff. And I looked at a few YouTube videos, and almost every single one of them says, change the tank. This is a 20-year-old lawnmower. To change the tank is about $250 with tax and the part and everything. I'm not going to spend $250 on it for the tank. I'm going to attempt to repair the tank first before I will probably have to go out and spend the $250 to put a new tank in this. So this is it. And don't look at the rest of my shop, okay? I got a lot going on right now. It's an John Deere LA130. And before we even get started, there's a couple of things that we need to do. And one of them is drain the fuel tank. So all I did was I just disconnected it from the engine, and I just have it running down into there, and got that taken care of. Now, some of the things I'm going to do, there are going to be some wait, you're not looking at me. There's some John Deere fans that may want to turn away on how I'm going to fix this, the approach I'm going to take. In order to get this deck cover here off, you basically have to disassemble most of the machine. You don't believe me? Go look at other videos. And I'm not going to do that. I saw another guy that did it by jacking up. There's the springs here that the seat sets on. Now I took the seat off, so the seat's gone. And then it's got some springs on here in the back. You take those off because those are actually screwed to the frame. Then you put a jack under here, and you just basically bend this up, okay? Then you could work on the tank. I've done it, and it's not that bad. Now, I'm not going to go to the extreme of pulling the tank out and I'll show you where the cracks are. In order to do that, I'd have to bend this even more, and I'm not sure I'm really prepared to do that. So let me get you set up where you can see a little bit better of what I'm actually working on here, and I'll show you how I'm going to get access to this fuel tank. So it's not very complicated. I'm just going to literally put a floor jack right about there, just on the lip. And crank this up. You see, it goes up pretty easy, but I've actually already bent it up once, so make sure my little lever there is out of the way. Okay, so I've done that, and of course now it wants to roll on me. See if it'll stay. Yep. And I've got these blocks here, and I'll just get a short one. And I'll just set these on the tires. Shouldn't roll far. Let's see if I can find a shorter one. Okay. See if I can get it up a little bit higher. Well, actually, let me see if I can get this longer block in here. Okay, let's see if that'll hold it up high enough. And we'll bring this down onto those blocks. And there we go. Like I said, this is not the preferred method, but it's the method I'm using. And this here is the fuel tank. And you can see the split in it. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to pull it all the way out. But I've already cleaned it up. And I was actually getting ready to just glue it up. And I decided, well, maybe I'll make a video on this. So let me get you in here. And I'll show you the crack a little better. And we'll see if we can get that glued up. Well, here it is. Here's the fuel tank, and here's the crack. You can see that there. It's pretty obvious. Now, the issue that I'm having, it's plastic. So you got to be super careful on what type of adhesives you use. And it's not so much that you're going to damage it, it's just that they're not going to work. For example, this JB Weld product here doesn't stick on HDPE, high density polyethylene. That is, I think, what this tank is made out of, okay? And the patch material I'm going to be using is literally from a washer bottle, okay? So I'm just going to cut it up and use the plastic and put basically a patch. Ooh, that crack is extended way up here. So I'm going to do a little patchwork. And I'm going to use small strips. And the reason I have to do that is there's like a bulge here, and it's cupped in here, and it's just an uneven surface. So I'm going to use small strips and glue them in place to patch this up. Then I may put like Seal All or something like that over the top of it. Now that doesn't really stick to plastic, but it'll help a little bit. Or not at all. It'll just make me feel better that I'm doing a little bit extra. So first things I want to do is I want to do a little test. So I've got some sandpaper here. I'm going to scuff this up. And my supervisors today are a robin and a sparrow. And they're up in the shop at the top of the rafters, and they're yelling at me. They're just advising me on what to do. So I sanded that a little bit. I'll put a little scuff on this piece of plastic here. And then I'm going to use the product. Now let me show you what product I'm going to use. I'm going to use this Loctite for plastics. Not a sponsor. Paid for it with my own money. But this was like $6, $7. And it's a two-step process. You've got your primer. It says activator, but it's primer and a glue. So I've scratched that up a little bit right there. I'm going to hit it with the primer. I'm going to hit my little test piece with the primer. Then I'm going to put glue on one of them and stick it on, and we'll see how it fits. Okay, so you've got your glue here. It kind of needs to be prepped because it's got a seal on it. And basically you just screw this top on, and that'll puncture that tube. There we go, it just popped. And now when you go to take this here off, you'll get some glue out of it. So let's make sure we get some glue out of it. And go, 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 go. Wow, there is no glue in this little device. Looks like I'll be picking up a second. Look at that. There's nothing in this thing. There's just, oh my God, that's like the smallest amount. Okay, so I'm going to have to go pick up a second tube of this. Little disappointing. Look at that. I've squeezed this much of it, and there's only that little bit. Disappointing. But the first thing we have to do is we have to use the activator, and we have to put it on both pieces, and then we have to wait for a minute. And this should be like a felt pen here. That's weird. The birds chirping turned off my camera. That was weird. So I'm going to do a little activator spot right there. I don't know if it's coming out. Let me check on this piece. No. Hate working with gloves. Okay, so And get the activator on. Put some activator up here. That's probably too much. And we're going to wait 1 minute. Okay, we put the activator on, we've put the glue on, and we've waited for 30 seconds here. So let's see if it stuck. What I'm doing is I'm looking through to see the wet spot underneath and seeing if it's wiggling. Now, it's not supposed to be cured for like 12 hours or so. I want to get a... Oh, that's glued on there. Okay, so this stuff will work. This stuff will adhere to HDPE and LDPE plastics. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut strips and then just do things in strips. I'll do probably a corner piece here, and then a piece here, and then a piece across here. That way it'll give it the best chance of adhering. So I'll bring you back after I get a couple of these in place. Okay, I've cut this one little piece here out, and I put some little guide marks on the tank itself, so I'll know where to put the activator, where to put the glue, and then I'll do the same thing on the back of this guy. Well, actually, I don't have to do it on this. I'm going to put the activator on this, and I'll put the activator and glue on this, but now I know how to align it and drop it in. So let's do this one. My primary concern is right around the crack, so that's where I'm going to make sure I got plenty of activator and glue. And the activator actually is drying pretty quick. So I don't know if I need to wait the full minute. Well, probably not, because by the time I wait the full minute, the stuff on the tank will have been there 3 minutes. Okay, so I've got that taken care of. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue in with this little tiny bit that they gave me. Hoping this stuff won't be dried by the time I get it up in there. Really disappointed in such a small volume of glue. And we'll just align it and drop it on. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of this and I'll bring you back when I'm close to being done. We're almost done here. I'm down to the last piece. I'm waiting for the 1 minute timer to click off. And we'll get this piece fitted in here. And then we'll have the tank sealed up. Well, actually, we won't have the tank sealed up. We'll have it glued up so that it doesn't crack anymore. And this alone will prevent most of the leaks. And I am just about out of glue of this special. It's basically super glue. And there we go. That's the last piece. And then the next thing I'm going to do, we'll get this finished up here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I have I don't know if I can reach it, is I have some Seal-All. And what Seal-All is, it's a gas and oil safe sealer. It would not have worked as an adhesive for gluing this stuff on. That's just not what it's designed for. What it's designed for is if it starts weeping out of any of these sides here or anything, this here will help seal it up. Do I need to do this? No, but it's just a little extra that I want to do to help seal this here up. So hold on, let me go grab a brush. I need an acid brush to smear this around, and I don't have one on me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. And man, this stuff here is really fragrant. But I'm just gonna seal up all the edges with this Seal-All. And again, not a sponsor. I got this from Ace Hardware. Matter of fact, I got them both from Ace Hardware. Why? Because it's the closest thing I have. Now this stuff is going to require overnight to seal up. And I'm putting it on all the seams. Yes. I was a little concerned that they didn't give me enough glue in that super glue thing. So I didn't use a whole lot. The last one I did, I finished off the thing, and I think it came out the best glued on. The rest of these are okay, but I've got the Seal-All I'm putting on there too, so I think we'll be okay. Okay, so this has to set overnight, and then I think we'll be done. Well, here it is. It's the next day. Everything's sealed up. It's dry. I'm very happy. It still is a little flexible, which is what I wanted. And like I said, I'm happy. What did I use to do this? I used this Loctite bonding system, which has a primer and the glue, and it's made for all plastics. That's what's really important. You have to use a glue. Let's say you don't want to use this. Use a glue that'll work on HDPE and LDPE for fuel tanks. If you're not sure, do a test like what I did up here with this little guy. Take a little bit of the glue, a little bit of plastic, put it on there, wait till the next day and see how it holds up. This has held up very good. And then I top coated everything with Seal-All because it is fuel resistant. So even if it does separate, it'll still have a little protection from the Seal-All. Is it perfect? Nope. Did we make progress? Yes. Did we get this lawnmower back in service? Yes. Thanks for watching.